Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do a TBR for the Reading Rush. So I kind of am joining this, to me, last minute. I usually plan out my TBRs pretty, carefully early. I like doing it. It's fun. But I kept putting this one off going, oh no, I'm not going to do it this year. No, I'm not. They've, because this was the Booktubeathon, and so I participated in the Booktubeathon the last two years. Really enjoyed it, had fun. And it's one that a lot of people join in on. So I guess a couple days ago I started getting that FOMO feeling that, okay, well, everybody's putting up TBRs. I really want to do it. And anyway, so I'm pretty much joining it. So here's my TBR for what I think I'm going to read. The dates are July 22nd to the 28th. So that's Monday to a Sunday. And yeah, I mean, I don't expect to read. I picked 7 books. But I don't expect to read them all. Let's just be honest. I'm working a 40-hour week, and I'm not going to read that much. But I'm hoping to make progress on a lot of these and get several done. But most of them is more progress or finishing something up. So, because some of these are ones that I've read or started already. So that could help or hinder me. We'll see what happens. So I'll have the prompts listed down below. They do have a website where they're going to have badges and things, and you can meet up with your friends. You can do that if you'd like. I can't get on for some reason. Every time I go to try to sign up, the boxes are all messed up, so I can't. And I've just kind of given up. I'm not going to do that. But I think they're also going to have challenges, video challenges, and Instagram stuff. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, so you can check out the Reading Rush, and I'll have the website down below as well as the prompts. So here we go. And again, these are challenges, prompts, whatever. So you can do all of them or none of them, or just read, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just read. I don't care. But I'm going to go off the prompt. So the first prompt is to read a book with purple on the cover. And I am picking up The Witchward Crown by Tad Williams. I'm listening to it on audio as a reread. I read it in 2017, and it was my favorite book of the year. This is the first book in the Last King of Austen trilogy. This follows the trilogy of Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn, which I highly suggest you start there with the Dragonbone Chair. Again, I read this 2 years ago, but I remember a lot of it, but not all the little details. And I just got the audiobook one day on a whim. I used an Audible credit. And so I'm just going to listen to it at least as far as I can. I've only done 30 pages because that was my drive home from work. On Friday. So I'm hoping to make some progress in this during the whole week, because this will be the one that will be playing in my car. Because again, I want to read Empire of Grass. And I really want to reread this before I read that. So anyway, epic fantasy. Love it. Anyway, of course, love Tad Williams too, so overall. So anyway. So number 2 is to read a book in the same place the entire time. So I'm going to listen to The Calculating Stars by Mary Robinette Kowal. So I started this audio back in April. Really enjoyed it. I got about 230 pages in, but I was finding myself crying in my car way too often. This book to me is very emotional and very hard-hitting. She does a really good job of this alternate history from the 50s, where a meteor hits off the East Coast and pretty much puts the whole planet into kind of the death throes. So they're like, right now it's early days, but they know the planet is going to be uninhabitable in the future. So they're doing the space race to get off the planet, and the main character and her husband are working with the space program. So again, as I said, I love this. I really enjoyed it. Her narration is phenomenal. She is a really good voice actress as well, because she does puppeteering and all that stuff. That is cool. But she narrates really well. I just can't read this in my car. It was just so depressing. I would not be happy to get in my car. So I'm going to listen to this on the couch. I'm going to do an hour every day on the couch until I get it done. So probably, probably Monday through Friday, I'm going to do it the first 5 days and just try to knock it out so that it's done, so I can move on to the next book. And then I'll make a decision if I want to listen to it or read it because of how this goes. I love the book. It was so emotional in my car. I couldn't. Anyway, prompt number 3 is read a book you meant to read last year. This is a book that I picked up, I did pick up this year, but I meant to read it last year because I got it from the library, and I thought, oh, I'm going to read this because I saw it during Jane Austen July last year. And that is Death Comes to Pemberley by P.D. James. So this is a retelling or a continuation on Pride and Prejudice. It's 6 years later, and obviously something happens where there's death that comes to Pemberley. So I'm not sure about much past that. I don't want to know. P.D. James is a great mystery writer. I read many of her books in Danglish. Danglish, or however you say his last name, Adam Degas. I read like 5 or 6 of those books. I'm still need to get back and read more of them. But I did want to read this, and I did pick it up from the library, and I was going to read it, and then I got distracted. So it's the library book, so I put it aside. So I'm going to try to read that. And again, that is part of my Jane Austen July TBR. So I'm just going to start inserting here. Number 4 is an author's first book. So this was harder than I thought it would be. Most of the books right now I'm reading are continuations in stories or books people I've read before. So, but one of my Jane Austen July picks is the first book. So Marriage by Susan Farah is her first novel. It was published in 1818, and it's she's a Scottish writer. So what I heard at one blurb that said it was kind of like the Scottish Pride and Prejudice, but the back doesn't seem to the plot doesn't seem to look like that. It's like mostly about a mother and her daughters, and how the daughters are brought up differently and are very different, and then they come together as young women, and how the whole social love, you know, all the things going on in society at that time are explored, I think. So anyway, it looks really good. This is the one I'm probably least likely to finish or get to. It is over 500 pages, so we'll see what happens. So then, let's hold on. Sorry. Read a book with a non-human main character. So this one is kind of the one that might not make it to Monday that I'm reading currently, but it does have I would consider a non-human character, kind of, maybe, I don't know. But this is Pride and Prometheus by John Kessel. So this is a mashup between Pride and Prejudice and Frankenstein. So the monster is in here, and he does get a perspective, so he is a main character. Maybe that's towing the line a little bit about him not being human, but he's not quite the same as everybody else, so I'm going to go with that. So again, this is Mary Bennet, about 13 years after Pride and Prejudice, and she meets Victor Frankenstein, and he has come to England to find a way to learn more about sciences in order to make a bride for the monster, who is following him to make sure he delivers his promise. So anyway, I'm already partway through this, and I plan to read a lot of this today, which is Saturday, and Sunday beforehand. So I might be done with this by Monday, but I might not. I mean, who knows how much I'll read. So that's my pick for that one. Anyway. Number 6 is to pick a book that has 5 or more words in the title. And I'm going to pick up my last Jane Austen fiction, which is Lady Susan, the Watsons, and Sedition. So this is a finished novella and then 2 partial novels that Jane Austen wrote. So these are the last of the things of the fiction of hers that I have not read. So I will be finishing up. I want to read those to get that done. So that's my pick for that one. And Jane Austen July, as all these at the end are. And then number 7 is to read a book and watch a movie a movie adaptation. And I'm going to do a reread of Persuasion by Jane Austen. This is my second favorite of the Jane Austen books. And I'm really looking forward to rereading that. This has been a couple of years, not too many years, just a couple of years since I picked it up last. So I'm really excited to read it again. And I'm going to rewatch the... I don't remember what year, 1996, I think, the Amanda Root, Sarah Hines version. I love that one. So, movie. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm going to do. So those are all the books that are on my TBR for the Reading Rush. There is no way, again, this will never be finished. Don't even look at that. But these ones, hopefully I'll get some of them done. Maybe we will see. So anyway, are you guys doing the Reading Rush? Have you guys read any of these books? Are you guys doing Jane Austen in July? Clearly I am still immersed in that, as well as trying to throw in some other things. We'll see what happens. So, hey, happy reading, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.